So as you might know, there's this epic court battle going on with Apple and all the gaming companies, and all the dirty laundry is getting aired. But Microsoft had some heavily redacted documents that has me wondering, does Microsoft have a mega E3 planned? Let's talk about what I'm thinking here. Okay, so this court case has been absolutely fascinating because we're getting like the inside look at what goes on behind closed doors. Look at the documents. Like, did you know Microsoft reviewed internally The Last of Us, and they made fun of the game's gun mechanics, just saying that they basically, that Naughty Dog just can't get that aspect right. Whether or not I agree with that, it's just funny to read, like internal documents that weren't really supposed to be showcased, and the reviewer throwing a little bit of shade their way. But that's not what this story is about. The story is all about Microsoft and the documents from August 2020 that has me wondering if they have something really, really big planned for the remainder of the months. So basically, it's this heavily redacted slideshow that goes over a few of the exclusives that are coming to Xbox over the next few months as of August 2020, and what to expect going forward. So when we look at this document, we see the redacted slides, and we do see some exclusive. We see Tetris on there, which is already out. That's a exclusive on Xbox. We see Stalker 2 slated for a Q4 2021 release as a 3-month exclusive. By the way, Stalker 2 looks absolutely stunning, and a lot of people have criticized that 3-month window of exclusivity, but I have to wonder if Xbox and Microsoft did a cost benefit analysis there and said, look, we are going to get the maximum amount of users on the Xbox platform checking out Stalker 2, and that's what they care about. They care about console sales and console users for a game like that. Like, that's why they have it. And after that point, sure, buy it wherever you want. But Stalker 2 being exclusive and only available in one place for a while is definitely going to be enticing for users. So criticize all you want, but I think they're actually being quite smart there. And then another criticism I saw was, unfortunately, against the Gunk, which is a full-on exclusive that's slated for Q3 2021, and that was not redacted. And when I started looking into this, I started looking into SteamWorld, and I'm like, SteamWorld reviewed really highly. It's the same company that did that. They have scores in the high 8s and 9s. So why are there so many negative comments about the Gunk? It was just totally bizarre to see on the Twitter thread, people just being like, oh, that game looks bad. And then I look at it and I'm just like, it looks really cool. It looks like, reminds me of Super Mario Sunshine, but they use liquid suction, for lack of a better term, and they clean out the whole area. And I don't know, I think it looks really, really charming. Like, yeah, okay, it's not Gears of War, but not every game has to be Gears of War. Anyway, calm down, internet. Like, what? This is not necessary. It doesn't make any sense to me. And then you start looking at quarterly redacted items beyond that, right? So we have 3 pretty major exclusives. Well, we'll call them, I would definitely say Stalker 2 is a major exclusive. That is going to move units. The Gunk, it's just a different demographic than I think a lot of us are in. It seems like a game targeted towards teenagers and younger audience, but it looks incredibly charming. And I think games like Tunic are also going to target that demographic in addition to adults, though, because it sort of has that Zelda vibe that has us all intrigued, right? So anyway, just going past that topic, let's look at the games that are redacted by quarter. In Q3 of 2020, we have 1 redacted title, and it's above Avengers. So whatever game that was, it was originally going to release or had a planned release of August or September, the mega window. So whatever that is that was redacted and moved, I have to imagine that was a mega game that has now moved to a different time slot. And this trend is going to continue as I go through these redacted games. There were 2 that were planned for Q4 2020. One was Below Outriders, one of the big games that came out the last few months. And then the other was Below Yakuza, which is, as you know, the Sega title that Xbox just seems to have all the Yakuza titles right now. So that's interesting. So now we're up to 3 games that have been redacted for whatever reason. We don't know why they were redacted. We don't know what they were. We're not sure. So we have 3 games yet to be revealed, right? go forward, there are a total of, I estimate, 13 titles redacted. That brings the total to 16 to 18 total redacted titles, with E3 right around the corner. You have to imagine there are some interesting partnerships or interesting games that are going to be coming out in the following months that are going to be aligned with the Xbox platform. So 5 to 6 of those titles redacted are from this quarter, Q1 2021, which is already passed, meaning 13 games have now been moved to probably an E3 announcement, right? 5 to 6 of them, oh, I'm sorry, 5 to 6. I was reading the total stat. 5 to 6 titles were redacted from Q1, so that's 5 to 6 games that were moved to E3. 2 to 3 titles were in the second slot of redacted titles, and then 6 titles again were redacted from spot 3. Now, there was another document about Microsoft Store cutting Epic Games court. It was about the Microsoft Store, right? And it implies that one of the games could be a cross mobile game. So we'll have some sort of mobile integration or have cross-play with mobile. Fortnite did that, for example. That would be one game. So a little bit unclear about what that could be. Now, there are additional games that we know are exclusive to Xbox, and I just wrote down a few of them sort of off the top of my head, and I watched my favorite upcoming games. You can go check that out. I'll link to it. But anyway, Forza, Fable, Crossfire X, Scorn, Halo Infinite, Tunic, Avowed, Hellblade 2, Everwild, Warhammer Darktide, 12 Minutes, Chorus. And for some reason, yeah, I didn't put on Perfect Dark. I don't know why I didn't do that. That was dumb. But anyway, I remembered it. So there you go. Those are games that we know are going to be exclusive. And if we start thinking about, well, what could actually come out in 2021? Tunic, I think that was revealed. We know Halo Infinite is. We know Forza is. And those are not on this document at all, right? And this document was made in August 2020. And for the last several months, and since the launch of the Series X, there has been just a lot of positive news about the Xbox, and I have to wonder if they've locked in a lot of these agreements, or some of those redacted games have actually become timed exclusives now, or full-on exclusives, with how they've been working to partner with everybody. Anyway, I find this stuff fascinating. This court case is just so incredibly cool, and if there are 16 to 18 total redacted titles, I have to imagine that we're going to have a killer third-party lineup at the Xbox reveal for their E3 conference. And then we have a ton of exclusives that we're probably going to see more of. E3 is going to be awesome, or I'm hopeful that it will be awesome. Hey, thank you so much for watching. This was my little bit of a rant about the most exciting thing from the court documents I saw today. There was a lot today. It was just sort of nutty. But anyway, thank you so much for watching these videos. If you like these videos where I ramble late at night, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Hit that bell for the magic superpower thing that happens. You're gonna have to click it and figure out what happens for yourself. But yeah, thank you so much for everybody who has subscribed. Of course, if you want to become a member, it's something that YouTube has, so I turned it on. Memberships are available to you. Just click that join button. Thank you to everybody who has become a member and said, Destin, we want you to do more late night rambles. All right, you got it. And thank you to everybody who has subscribed and said, Destin, we really love your late night rambles. Thank you to everybody who watched. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm going to see you for the next one. Bye for now.